no other reaches to me. In the fullness of your grace and in the power of your name, Lord, you lift me up. You lift me up. You are my strength. You are my strength. Strength like no other. Strength like no other. 'Cause Lord, you are my strength. Strength like no other. Lord, and it reaches to me. Reaches to me. Oh Lord, you are my strength. Oh Lord, you are my strength. Strength like no other. Strength like no other. Strength like no other. 'Cause it reaches to me. Yes. Reaches to me. Oh Lord, you are my strength. You are my strength. You are my strength. Strength like no Lord, you are my strength. Strength like no well, it reaches, well, it reaches to me. 'Cause in the fullness, say, in the fullness of your, in the power of your, in the power of your name, Lord, you lift me up. Lift me higher, higher, higher. You lift me up in the fullness of your grace. Say, in the in the power of your Lord, you lift me high. You lift me up. Say, oh Lord, you are my strength. You are my strength. Say, strength like no other. So glad that it reaches to me. Oh Lord, you are my strength. Oh Lord, you are my strength, Jesus. Strength like no other. You are strength like no other. So glad that it reaches to me. Oh Lord, you are my strength. Strength like no other. Strength like no other. And it reaches to me. Reaches to me. And you are my hope. Hope like no other. Hope like no other. to me, and I will worship you forever, love you forever, because this God, you're too good. Oh, and I will worship you forever, love you forever, because this God, you're too good. And I will worship you forever, forever, love you because God is too good. And I will worship you, God. Worship you forever, forever, love you. This God, you're too good. And I will worship you, and I will worship you forever, forever, love you forever, because you're too good. And I will worship you, and I will worship you forever, forever, because God is too good. Oh, and I will worship you, and I will worship you forever, forever, love you, because this God, you're too good. And I will worship you, and I will worship you. You are the Alpha and Omega. I love you, Jesus. I will love no one but you, Father. And I will worship. I will worship you, Jesus, because you are above and beyond. There is no one that can be compared unto you, Jesus. And I will worship you, Jesus, forever, love you forever, because God is too good. And I will worship you, and I will worship you forever, love forever, because God is too good. And yes, you are the Lord Most High, and yes, you are the Lord Most High, and yes, you are El Shaddai Most High, and yes, you are the Lord Most High. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are the Lord. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are the Lord. Alpha and Omega, beginning and the end. Yes, you are. Yes, you are the Lord. Yes, you are. And yes, you are. Yes, you are. And yes, you are the Lord. And yes, and yes, and yes, yes. Yes, you are the Lord. 'Cause yes, you are the Lord. Yes, you are the Lord. Yeah. Yes, you are. Yes, you are the Lord. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Do you believe in Jesus? More. Yes, you are the Lord. 'Cause He's the Alpha and Omega, beginning and the end. am, cause yes, He is, yes, He is, Most High, yeah.
Most High.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are the Lord.
Most High, yes, you are.
Yes, you are the Lord.
Yes, you are the Lord.
Most High.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are the Lord.
Yes, you are the Lord. Most High.
Thank you, Northampton PLWC Choir. How are you all feeling after getting some food in our bellies? Are we all ready to continue the service? Yeah? Okay, so I am going to be leading a little segment called Did You Know? So it's just going to be some questions that are going to flash up on the screen. There's going to be options. So if it's like you think the answer's A, stand up, and then ask if you think it's B, stand up. Yep, so that's how it goes. So if the first couple of questions are like easy to get used to it, if I could have question 1. So yeah, so those are the options as they come up. So yeah, so if you think it's A, could you stand up on your feet for me? If you think the answer to this question is A, stand up. If you think it's B, stand up. Yeah. If you're sitting down at this point, you must have not, done well. But if you think it's C, stand up. So obviously, this question's easy. The answer's B, 1. If we go to the second question, what's 9 plus 10? If you think it's A, stand up. No? No one thinks it's 21? What about B? It's 9 plus 10, 19. Is it 19? Okay, if you think it's C, stand up. Okay, so the answer is actually C. So if you stood up for B, you were wrong. And the third question, so this one, what is the average age to lose your virginity in the UK as of 2017? What is the average age across the whole of the UK, England, Scotland, Ireland, Wales, Northern Ireland? If you think it's A, stand up. Okay, thank you. If you think it's B, stand up. And if you think it's C, stand up. Okay, so the answer to this question is actually A, 16. So, yeah, so the average age for people to lose their virginity across the whole of the UK is actually 16 as of last year. So by age 21, what percentage of men have had sex? A, 90%, B, 85%, or C, 75%? And D, 80%. So stand up if you think it's A, 90%. Okay, if you think it's B, 85%. Okay, stand up if you think it's C, 75%. Okay, a bit more people. And if you think it's D, 80%, stand up. Okay, so the answer to this question is actually B. 85% of men have had sex by age 21. I think a couple of you are surprised because your math was 100. But what percentage of women have had sex before the age of 21? Is it A, 58%, B, 74%, C, 83%, or D, 81%? If you think it's A, can you please be upstanding? Okay, if you think it's B, can you stand on your feet? Okay, thank you. If you think it's C, can you stand up on your feet for me? Okay, and if you think it's D, can you stand up for me? Okay, I can reveal the answer is actually, in fact, D. 81% of women have had sex before the age of 21. And then I think this is the last question, the next question. Okay, so what percentage of teens say it's not embarrassing for other teenagers to say they're virgins? Is it A, 90%? Or is it B, 100%? Is it C, 88%? Or is it D, 76%? If you think it's A, can you stand up for me? Okay. If you think it's B, 100%, can you stand up for me? If you think it's C, 88%, can you please be upstanding? And if you think it's D, 76%. Okay. The answer is actually, in fact, A. 90% of teens think it's okay for other teens to say their version, so don't be embarrassed, you know. Matter of fact is some people actually just be okay with it. Don't be embarrassed to let people know. And then the last question, what percentage of unmarried Christians who are young adults between the ages of 18 to 29 have had sex? So this was in a survey, and so yeah, what percentage of unmarried Christians between the ages of 18 to 29 do you think have had sex? Is it A? Oh. Okay, is it A, 78%? Stand up. No. Is it B, 80%? Is it C, 75%? Or is it D, 13%? The answer, which I think most of you saw, is... Oh, or is it D, 90%? The answer is actually B, 80% of unmarried Christians revealed in a survey that they had sex prior. So, thank you very much. I think that's the end of my questions. I'll hand it to Pastor.
Thank you very much, Kevin. Let's put our hands together for Jesus. Guys, these figures are worrying. Seriously. If we've got 85% of men under 21 having sex and 81% of women under 21 having sex, and 90% of young people feeling embarrassed to say that they are virgins, then I believe this afternoon's session is very important, isn't it? Let's see how we can improve the records. In fact, draw the percentage down. We know God is going to help us. Friends, in the course of the program, the national head of our great church in the United Kingdom joined us. You will recall during the opening address, I mentioned that he had been engaged and he will be joining us in the course of the program for his unique love for young people and his commitment to our growth. Despite his busy schedules, he's managed to be here. I want us to welcome our father, the national head of the Church of Pentecost UK, in a very youthful manner. So whilst our daddy rises to his feet, we want to put our hands together, scream, shout, and give him a proper youth welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, shall we welcome Apostle Osei Owusu Afriye? Daddy, you're most welcome. God bless you. Thank you for your love. Thank you. We were granted a permission to conduct or have this teens conference from him, and his spirit is right behind us. So as we journey and he's here, if there are further things to be done, he will let us know. I just want to appeal to all youth workers before we carry on. Our numbers are quite huge. Let us ensure that we get silence when we needed it. We get energy vibrance when we needed it. So please, let us be part of the service. And for those of us sitting at the back, in the morning we had people occupying the front seats. The seats are still available. So as people walk in, let's get the ushers directing them to occupy the front seat. A handover back to Raymond and Steve.
God richly bless you, Pastor. And as Pastor already said, the numbers are really worrying. And God bless you, Brother Kevin, done so as well for that Q&A. And next up, we have a very, very special drama by a very, very special, our very special district, the Living Spring District Drama Team. But, before we continue, I would like you all to do me a massive favor and please move up and occupy the seats up here, if you wouldn't mind, please, before we go on.
Yes. Please move
in
to
all
the front.
humility,
Anybody that's
please.
sitting at the back, in all humility, please move to the front. If you're sitting at the back or you're standing at the back.
And those standing at the back, could you please occupy the seat?
With all humility, we'll just
God bless you for your obedience. God bless you for your obedience.
I can't wait for the drama, Steve.
I really can't wait. I
can't wait for the drama. Wow.
They've titled it My Story, Aretha.
My Story.
My Story, Aretha.
Wow. Wow.
Can we please hurry up with the moving if we can? God bless you all.
God bless you all. God bless you all for your obedience. Yeah. There's still front seats at the front. There's still some seats at the front. We'll humbly ask you all to just come and fill the front seats, please. God bless you.
But she never.
God bless you. Aretha, My Story is coming up next, and we cannot wait. Wow. Wow. God bless you guys. Obedience is better than sacrifice.
Indeed, indeed it is. God richly bless you guys.
God richly bless you guys. I know sometimes we may be a bit tedious in how we talk or how we speak, but God bless you for not being disinterested and listening to us today.
Indeed. Guys, there are still some seats up here. If you don't mind moving down, please. Thank you.
Can't wait for this drama, mate.
I don't know what it's all about.
Wow. A lot of time has been invested. A lot of money has been invested. A lot of rehearsals. Just to the glory of God. Just so that we can take something.
Amen.
And I can't wait for today's drama. It's not going to be like any other drama. And we're not just hyping up for no reason. There's a reason why we're hyping it up. Wow.
Guys, and may I please ask in all humility to reduce the noise level for me. Thank you very much.
God bless you all.
Thank you very much.
Obedience is better than sacrifice. Amen. God bless you.
And without much ado, I would like to introduce the Living Spring District Drama Team.
Listen. Don't speak. Just listen. Take a step into her shoes to hear that one sound that is so loud in her head, like a rushing wind sweeping away any loose objects, because the sound was more prominent and made every other voice irrelevant, kind of like an air vent. It took away all the confusion that clouded her sight, made it easier to see the path it had created for her more plainly, leading her a step at a time, showing her the land of destiny. But she never knew that behind the prosperity of the cotton fields lay slavery. It is not that simple to just flee, because how can she run away from herself? She was never one to fail his test, because she only had one subject, the flesh. The mind of a secondary school girl. Just a secondary school girl whose desires were increasing and had melting point within sight, because she allowed her emotions, thoughts, to hear that one sound that is so loud in her head, like a Russian wind sweeping away any loose object, because the sound was more prominent and made every other voice irrelevant. This beginner's dance
kind of like an Evan.
Was a step in the right
It took away all the confusion that clouded her sight, made it easier to see the path it had created for her more plainly, leading her a step at a time, showing her the land of destiny. But she never knew that behind the prosperity of the cotton fields lay slavery. It is not that simple to just flee. Because
knowing that the owner of the
how could she run
and
away?
the residential helper would not be pleased, but it pleased her. Because the pleasure drowned out the pain. But when she least expects it, it will emerge to the surface again.
She was never one to fail his tests, because she only had one subject, the flesh.
Oh, my days. Okay, where did I leave this? Oh, there you are. I've actually been looking for you. I don't even have time to read you. Oh, wait, I have Bible study. Imagine they say, Aretha, what have you learned? I'll be like,
The mind of a secondary school
nah,
girl.
that can't be me. Okay,
A secondary school girl
Okay,
whose
I think when you finish
desires were
chapter one,
increasing
and then when
and
I
had
finish
melting
chapter
point
one, it
within
should be
sight,
good.
because she allowed her emotions, thoughts, and her
13.
wants
And
to reach
remember when
carnal
you're being
degree
tempted,
Fahrenheit.
do not say God is
She
tempted.
thought she was fine,
God is never tempted
at
to do
peace,
wrong,
because
and he
her
never
love
tempts
was
anyone else.
solidified.
Temptation comes from our own desires, which entice us and drag us away. Wow. And to think this whole time in secondary school, I used to shout, God is tempting me, God is trying to make me fall. But according to the words, it was me the whole time. Secondary school, that's where all this madness started. My secondary school was kind of lit still, but there was too much nonsense going on. At church, they always say, you have to break out, you have to break out. Well, you try breaking out in a school where everyone is doing the same thing apart from you. After a while, you just want to fit in. I moved schools in year 7 and I got in there when I was in year 9. And nobody wanted to talk to me because I was trying to live holy. After a while, I decided to give up.
Oh, wow. For the first time, this toilet is actually looking good. Let me just fix my hair and then... This lesson was so dead, like...
Oh, where's my red lipstick? Oh, my days, I left it at home. What year are you in?
Year 9.
You're actually mad pretty, you know.
Oh, thank you.
What's your name?
Aretha.
That's a nice name, but let me call you Ari because that's a bit long.
Oh, okay, it's fine.
What foundation are you using?
I'm not using...
This is the Maybelline Dream Satin